Hello, just got back from a hot bicycle ride, so I'm kind of sweaty and glasses are dark. We're not going to talk about that. A lot has been going on around the planet. We've seen the first world heat wave. According to weather analysts, they say that we have now experienced our first full global heat wave. Absolutely amazing. South of here, we saw 117, 118 degrees, unhealthy, completely crazy, because unfortunately along the west coast, people don't really have air conditioning because they don't use it, because the Pacific Ocean provides the cool air. Well, that's going to change quickly. Now people are going to install air conditioners because it's life-threatening if you don't. That's going to use more power, more energy is needed. Kind of a feedback loop, isn't it? Okay, there was another study just recently published in this publication. What they found is that global climate change and global warming may be doubled what it was forecast to be. It may be happening twice as fast. Sea level rise may rise 6 meters or 19 feet in a much shorter time. They looked at when CO2 was at 350 to 450 parts per million and found that climate change was twice as bad as it is this time around, only because it's happening so fast. This is the fastest this kind of thing has happened for 65 million years, at the end of the dinosaurs. Couldn't find the eraser. I guess it was on the floor. But that's not all. So there's something called the Red List, which the IUCN puts out every year. And it's to show the different countries what the assessment of species on the planet is, whether it's going up, down, what is going extinct. So last year, 26,000 species were put on the extinction list. Now, according to this organization, the Earth is going into a sixth extinction. At risk are both fauna and flora, or flora and fauna, however you want to pronounce that. Habitats are shrinking all over the world, both by sea level rise and by, of course, people kind taking over the land where once other communities used to live. But that's not all. There's another problem coming, and that's with energy. We are approaching an energy cliff, and no matter what we say about it, it's coming. The global investment in oil and gas has been falling since 2014. In fact, according to some investors, they say the drop has been about 45% from 2014. Conventional oil and gas discoveries, conventional, not the fracking oil, but conventional oil and gas is down 6.7 billion barrels per year from 30 billion barrels per year. So the total world investment in oil and gas in 2014 was $578 billion. In 2016 it was down to $316 billion. We have no choice. There are too many humans on this planet, and we have to fix the problem. How are we going to do it when the progressive community is bickering and fighting over little bitty stuff that doesn't even look at the big picture? You see, the progressive community has to grab their asses and understand that they're experts at what they like and follow. But we need all the different expertise to fix this problem. So it is a good thing that the left has many different variety of people, because we're going to need all those people to fix what's coming. And it isn't good. And I don't like being the gloom and doom guy. That's not what I'm about. Every time I put on a fix, I get this constant crap about, oh, that's stupid, oh, that won't work, oh, how idiotic. Well, I'm sick of that too, and I'm frustrated as well. So I'm going to go back to putting fixes on, and I don't care if people like them or not. If you want to fix the world and you don't know how, one of the very biggest ways is with your mouth, and that is where the pink is going next. I'm going to show you, along with the fellow commenters on how to become a vegetarian or vegan or both. A combination of both is pretty much what I am. And I'll explain to you how all this works, but you have to understand that if you take on such a challenge from a meat eater to a vegetarian or a vegan, it's a long, drawn-out process. It takes a year or longer, so it's not a big, quick fix. But let's just look at 3 things. I'm going to give you some homework. I'm going to show you what to cook with, and I'm going to give you... Well, what was the third thing? Darn, it's just been too busy and I lost my train of thought. So let's go over to the kitchen area and let's start talking about converting from a meat eater to a vegetarian. But before we do that, I have to say that it is so important that everything is done slow and easy so that your body can adjust, so your mind can get all the information it needs to become a successful vegetarian and vegan. Okay, take 2. Turn the record button on. Something else. So, here you see my cookware. This is just what I cook in. It's copper. Copper is expensive, but it's excellent for vegans and vegetarians because you can cook on low temperatures. About halfway would be the normal high temperatures. Low temperatures means less damage and free radicals in the food, meaning you live longer, healthier, and you're happier too. Second thing you need to do before you start converting over to vegetarian or vegan is you must order Rooibos tea. I don't care what company you order it from. This is the company I order it from. Rooibos tea makes converting much easier. You will get stomach aches if you do not get Rooibos tea. Rooibos tea is excellent for gas, stomach gas. It's all natural, it's good for you, superb thing to drink throughout the day. As you can see, that's what I drink, 2 glasses of this a day, all day throughout the day. That way I know I get enough liquid in me. Okay, the third thing, the homework. I would love it if you'd go down to the link, click the link, and study the page that is the 100 best foods you can eat, the superfoods of the world. That's what I eat from. That's how you become a better person for the planet. Look over the page, look over the website. We'll be using this website a lot at the end of each video that I have time to do a vegetarian conversion. So there you go. There's 3 things you need to do. Get some copper cookware, preferably used, but if not, the cheapest is the Williams-Sonoma brand, which it will cost you least. A frying pan is going to cost you $300 or $400, whereas a saucepan is only maybe $100 to $150. They're expensive for a reason. It's the last pan you'll ever buy. So, forget the bickering, progressives. Get your act together, get together. Forget about if you don't agree with somebody else. Let them go on another road to fixing things their way. That's cool. The more variety we have, the better the fix is. Don't give up. The world is going to end, but it's going to end in a horrible way if we give up. If you think living in 120 degrees isn't desperate, then think again, especially if you're an outdoor person. We must fix the problem, forget about bickering about each other, and get back onto the subject of fixing what is broken. Hopefully that'll help, and this new approach may be better for everybody and calm down the extreme frustration that people are feeling about people. People are the only ones that can fix this, so don't give up. And until next time.